Hello each and everyone, the one who is watching my video. This is Ankita, your commerce educator, welcoming you to Global Online, where we are taking classes for NET and SET exam preparation. Today we are going to discuss one of the most important topic, that is a regional economic integration from business environment and international business unit. We are going to discuss 10 most important और most accepted MCQ on this. ये लेक्चर देखने के बाद आपके जो सारे डाउट है रिलेटेड टू दिस टॉपिक वो सारे के सारे क्लियर हो जाएंगे और आपको ये भी पता चल जाएगा कि एग्जाम में किस तरह के क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं। ये लेक्चर देखने के बाद अगर आपके जो डाउट है वो क्लियर हुए या नहीं, ये देखने के लिए हम आपके लिए लेकर आए हैं फ्री इवैल्यूएशन टेस्ट। ये टेस्ट देने के लिए आपको हमारा जो ऐप है ग्लोबल ऑनलाइन वो अपने प्ले स्टोर से डाउनलोड करना पड़ेगा, जहां पर आपको ये लोगो दिखेगा। डाउनलोड करने के बाद आपको उसके स्टोर में जाना है और अपना जो पेपर है यूजीसी नेट कॉमर्स पेपर 2 वो सिलेक्ट करना है। सिलेक्ट करने के बाद उसके कंटेंट में जाना है और कंटेंट में जाने के बाद आपको जो टेस्ट है वो मिल जाएगा। ये जो टेस्ट है वो सभी स्टूडेंट के लिए फ्री है, ओके। और एक इम्पोर्टेंट बात, ग्लोबल ऑनलाइन आपके लिए लेकर आया है कॉमर्स पेपर 2 कोर्स, जहां पर आपको मिलेंगे कंप्लीट वीडियो लेक्चर, मोर देन 100 वीडियो लेक्चर्स वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग यू, नोट्स वो भी डिटेल एक्सप्लेनेशन के साथ, टेस्ट सीरीज विद द डिटेल एक्सप्लेनेशन, प्रीवियस ईयर पीडीएफ विद द डिटेल एक्सप्लेनेशन। द ड्यूरेशन ऑफ द कोर्स इज 1 ईयर और इसकी जो फी है वो इंक्रीज हो गई है और वो अब है 7000। अगर आप ये कोर्स लेते हैं तो पेपर 1 का जो कोर्स है वो आपको हम फ्री में प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं। डोंट वेट फॉर द लास्ट मोमेंट, डू ज्वाइन अवर कोर्स एंड क्लियर योर अपकमिंग एग्जाम। The main promoter of the trade liberalization was. Here in this question they ask you the main promoter of the trade liberalization. Now here, what is a liberalization? Liberalization is a broad term that refers to the practice of making the law, system and the opinion less severe, using the sense of eliminating a certain government regulation or the restriction. For this, the first option is GET. Now what is the full form of GET? GET is a general agreement on the tariff and the trade. It works to promote the trade among the country by reducing the tariff and the quota. However, due to problem in some sector such as agriculture, the GET suffered huge setback and ultimately the WTO or a World Trade Organization was introduced. Second one is NAFTA. NAFTA is North American Free Trade Agreement, was implemented to promote the trade between the US, Canada and Mexico. Third one is SEPTA and the last one is CISA. Here the full form of CISA is the Cyber Security and Infrastructure Security Agency, is a United States federal agency and an operational component under the Department of Homeland Security oversight. Its activity are Constitution of the National Protection and Program Directorate. CISA was established on the November 16, 2018 when the President Donald Trump signed up into the law the Cybersecurity and the Infrastructure Security Agency Act 2018. The correct answer here is option number A, that is GET is the main promoter of the trade liberalization. The next question here is, which is an important reason for the economic integration? Okay, so here in this question they ask you, given which is the important reason for the economic integration. Now here the economic integration is the unification of the economic policy between the different states through the party or a fully obligation of a tariff and a non-tariff restriction on the trade. So first option here is geographic proximity. Geographical proximity refers to the great extent to the location of the firm. The integrate the social dimension of the economic mechanism, or what is something called a functional distance. Second is democracy. Now here the democracy is a form of a government in which the people have authority to deliberate and decide the legislation or choose the governing official to do so. What is considered a part of a people and how the authority is shared among or a deliberated people at change over a time and at a different rate in a different country, but over a time more and more of a demographic country inhabit have generally been included. Third one is totalitarianism is a form of a government and a political system that prohibited all the opposition party, outlaw individual and a group opposition to the state and its claim and exercise an extremely high degree of control and regulation over a public and a private life. And the last option is common law practice. The common law is a body of a law derived from the judicial decision known as a case law rather than the form of the statutes. The common law derived is a authority for the universal constant and the practice of the people from the type of immoral. The answer here for this question is option number A, that is geographic proximity is an important reason for economic integration. The next question is, apart from the India, Pakistan and Bangladesh, who are the other members of countries of the SAARC? For this, the options given is Nepal, Bhutan, Thailand and Singapore. Second is Nepal, Bhutan, Malaysia and Maldives. Third is Nepal, Bhutan, Maldives, Sri Lanka and Afghanistan. And last is none of the above. Now, what is the meaning of a SAARC? SAARC is a South Asian Association for the Regional Cooperation. It is a regional intergovernmental organization and geopolitical union of the state of South Asia. It is a member state of the Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan and Sri Lanka. The correct answer here is option number C, that is Nepal, Bhutan, Maldives, Sri Lanka and Afghanistan. Which of the following is not the main purpose for the formation of the SAARC? So given which is the not main purpose for the formation of the SAARC, and the options given are to combat terrorism, second is to promote the welfare of the people of South Asia, third is to form the mutual defense against the foreign aggression, and the last is none of the above. Here the major objective of a SAARC are to quicken the economic growth, social progress and cultural development. Second one will be to develop the welfare of the people of South Asia and to provide and promote them the quality of the life. Third is to promote towards a mutual trust, understanding and appreciation of the problem of one another. And the last is to make the self-reliance among the country of the South Asia. To form the mutual defense against the foreign aggression is not the main purpose for the formation of the SAARC. So the answer is option number C. The next question is, SAPTA is the trade agreement by. So here, what is a SAPTA? The agreement on the SAARC preferential trading arrangement, that is called a SAFTA, was negotiated in the year 1993 by the 7 developing countries that were a member of a South Asian Association for the Regional Cooperation, that is a SAARC. For this, the first option is ASEAN nation. Association of a South Asian nation or ASEAN is an organization formed by the government of Malaysia, Indonesia, the Philippines, Thailand and Singapore in 1967 to promote the economic growth, peace, security, social progress and cultural development in a Southeast Asian region. Second one is APEC nations. The ASEAN Pacific Economic Cooperation is an intergovernmental forum for a 21-member economy in the Pacific Rim that promote a free trade throughout the ASEAN Pacific region. Third one is SAARC nations. The South Asian Association for a Regional Cooperation, that is a SAARC, is the regional intergovernmental organization and a geopolitical union of the state of the South Asia. And the last one is EU nation. The European Union is the political and economic union of 27 member states that are located primarily in the Europe. The union that has a total area and estimated total population of about 447 million. SAARC nations is the correct answer for this question. What is the full form of the ASEAN? So here they ask you about the full form of the ASEAN. For this the options given are Association of a Southeast Asian Nations. Second one is Administration of a Southeast Asian Nation. Third one is Administration of Southern Eastern Asian Nations. And the last one is Organization of a Southeast Asian Nation. ASEAN is a association of Southern Eastern Nation is a political and economic union of 10 member states in the Southern East Asia, which promote the intergovernmental cooperation and facilities economic, political, securities, military, educational and social cultural integration between its members and other countries in the Asia. The ASEAN primary objective was to accelerate the economic growth and through that the social progress and cultural development. The full form of the ASEAN is Association of Southeast Asian Nations. So the option A is the correct answer. The European Union is the free trade association that is based on or an and the economic and the monetary union is the first option. Here in the economic and monetary union is a type of a trade bloc that feature a combination of the common market, custom union and monetary union and established via trade pact. And EMU, that is the economic and monetary union, constitute the sixth of a seven stage in the process of economic integration. And the EMU agreement usually combine a custom union with the common market. Second is economic union, third one is monetary union, and the last one is a commonly agreed upon list of a lower tariff. Here the tariff is a specific type of a tax that governing body imposes on the goods or services entering or leaving the country. So here the option A, that is the economic and monetary union, is the correct answer for this question. The next question is, which of the following institution is not a member of the World Bank Group? In this question, they ask you given which institute is not a member of the WBG, that is a World Bank Group. For this, the options given are International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, that is IBRD. Second is International Development Association, that is IDA. Third one is International Monetary Fund, IMF. And the last one is Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency, that is MIGA. The World Bank Group, that is WBG, is a family of the 5 international organizations that make a leverage loan to a developing country. The organizations are the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, that is IBRD. Second one is International Development Association, that is IDA. Third one is International Finance Corporation, that is IFC. Fourth one is Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency, that is MIGA. And fifth one is International Center for a Settlement of the Investment Dispute, that is ICSID. India is a member of 4 of the 5 constituent of the World Bank Group except the ICSID. Here the option C is the correct answer for this question. International Monetary Fund is not a member of a World Bank Group. Which of the following is incorrect about the International Monetary Fund, that is IMF? For this, the first option is the IMF was conceived at the UN conference in the Bretton Woods in July 1944. Second one is, like a development bank, the IMF also lent for a specific projects. Third one is, SDR is an international reserve asset created by the IMF in 1969. And the last one is decision making at the IMF reflect the relative position of its member country in the global economy. IMF was conceived at a UN conference in the Bretton Woods in July 1944. A core responsibility of a IMF is to provide a loan to the member country experiencing the actual or a potential balance of payment problems. Unlike a development bank, IMF does not lend a specific project. SDR is an international reserve asset created by a IMF in 1969 to supplement its member country officials' reserves. Unlike a General Assembly of a United Nations where each country has a no vote, decision making at the IMF was designed to reflect the relative position of its member country in the global economy. The answer here for this question is option number B. Like a development bank, the IMF also lend for a specific project is the wrong here. Is not a correct because the IMF not lends for a specific project like a development bank. The next question here is which of the following statement is correct about the International Labour Organization, that is ILO. So the options here are it was created in 1919. Second is ILO, that is International Labour Organization, become the first specialized agency associated with the UN. Third is India is a founder member of the ILO. For this they given you the code and you have to select the correct one. So it was created in 1919 by the Versailles Peace Treaty ending World War I. ILO became the first specialized agency associated with the UN. The ILO brings together government, employer and a worker of a 187 member state to set the labor standard, develop policies and devise program promoting a decent work for all the women and men. Unlike the other United Nations specialized agency, the International Labour Organization as a tripartite governing structure representing the government's employer, worker, India is the founder member of International Labour Organization. So as per the explanation, option D will be the correct answer for this question. That is, all of the above are correct. During my previous lecture, I asked you one question. The question was, which is the oldest international trade theory? Here, what is the international trade theory? International trade theory is a subfield of the economy which analyzes the pattern of international trade, its origin and its welfare implication. International trade policy has been highly controversial since the 18th century. The first option here is country similarity theory. Country similarity theory consists of the value that most trade manufacture goods should be between the nation with the similar per capita income and that intra-industry trade in a manufactured goods should be common. Second is theory of absolute cost advantage. The Adam-Smith International Trade Theory of absolute cost advantage. The Adam-Smith economics observes some drawback of existing mercantilism theory of international trade and he proposed a new theory, that is absolute cost advantage theory of international trade, to remove the drawback and to increase the trade between the country. Third one is product life cycle theory. The product life cycle theory is the economic theory that was developed by the Raymond Vernon in a response to the failure of a HO model to explain observed pattern of the international trade. The theory suggests that early in the product life cycle, all that part and the labor associated with that product come from the area where it was invented. And the last one is mercantilism theory. The mercantilism is the economic policy that is designed to maximize the export and minimize the import from an economy. It promotes colonialism, tariff and subsidies on the traded goods to achieve the goal. The policy aimed to reduce the possible current account deficit or reach the current account surplus, and it includes the major aim at accumulating the monetary reserve by positive balance of a trade, especially for a finished good. So the correct answer is option number D, that is mercantilism theory is the oldest international trade theory. This is the last question for today's lecture, and the question is, New Development Bank is a multilateral development bank jointly founded by. For this the options are BRICS countries, second one is ASEAN countries, third is SAARC countries, and the last is EU countries. Please answer this question. I am waiting for your answer. Please write your answer in the comment box. Okay, I will explain this question during my next lecture. Till then, keep watching, keep learning.